What's up, YouTube? I'm King Shanks, and this is Droid's Finest, and I am back with Shadowrun Dragonfall, Part 25. Let's get moving. I have a feeling that this is just going to be a lot of talking, so this is probably just going to be a talking episode. Oh, come on! Why would you get stuck there? I said go to my safe house, you douche. Okay. So... oh, here's a new guy. Doing his thing. Blitz looks up at your approach. The table beside him, littered with cigarette butts and a data jack cable, dangles from a portable terminal set up by his side. Hey, Chief, you need something? Just checking in. You doing all right? Now that you're all settled in, I've got some questions for you. Any thoughts about that last run you'd like to share? Catch you later, Blitz. Okay, just checking in. How you doing? His smile widens. Great, Chief. I'm doing just great. It's real nice to be able to wind down and relax for a change. No more worrying about this ganger or that ganger sneaking up behind me, slipping a knife in between my ribs. He slaps the table with a grin. It's a good change, Chief, I've got to say. No one is really safe, not when gangs are involved. Don't let your guard down. Good, you can focus on getting our current job done. Glad to hear it. We're happy to have you on the team. Don't let your guard down, bro. His smile widens and he taps his chest. You can see the outline of a machine pistol through the leather of his jacket. Through the leather of his jacket. You underestimate me, Chief. I never let my guard down, not even here. Now that you're all settled in, I got some questions. Blitz glances wistfully back at the terminal on the table. He turns his back with a sigh of resignation. I suppose, but try to keep it short, okay, Chief? I've got things to do. How long were you in Dragonfall? I suppose it can wait. How long were you there? I ended up there after... oh, I thought it said Antichrist. Sorry. I thought it said Antichrist. I ended up there after the anarchist revolution of 39. I was just a kid back then, too young to realize how good I was, how much money I could have made working in the shadows. He shakes his head in a wistful expression on his face. And so, being young and dumb, I fell in with the gang crowd, and that was that. You were a member of a drug gang? Why should I trust you? I suppose it... why should I trust you? Why wouldn't you, Chief? I mean, just look at me. He does his best to give you a winning smile. I'm a trustworthy guy. Prove it. Tell me about the gang you ran with. Forget it. Just go back to what you were doing. Tell me about the gang you ran with, bitch. Well, I don't know all that much, Chief. I wasn't a member of gang leadership or anything. I'm not really sure why you care either. Consider it a test. I need to know where your loyalties lie. It doesn't matter why I care, just tell me. On second thought, I need to know where your loyalties lie, bitch. He rolls his eyes. If that's what it'll take for you to trust me, fine. For you, anything for you, Chief. Well, where to begin? When I first arrived at Dragonkeep, I spent some time taking in the lay of the land. The Schwarz were still pretty small gangs, strictly street level, but I could see they were going places. I did a little pro bono decking for their leader, a fat little dwarf named Dieter. Soon enough, I was a part of the family. For a drug gang, the Schwarz were decent enough folks. They made a lot of money. I made a lot of money with them. Helped them take the hotel in the first place. We had a lot of good years there. Then Dieter was killed in a firefight, and our happy little family fell apart. Was that when the hotel got attacked? Blitz takes a deep breath, shifts his weight from one foot to another. Not exactly. The Schwarzhurriers maintained their hold on Dragonkeep, but the change of leadership was bad news for me. After Dieter kicked the bucket, his second-in-command took over. She was a real piece of work, called herself Leonie Luster. She had a vicious streak a mile long, and she was none too fond of me. Did she turn on you? I can't imagine why not. Did she turn on you? Immediately. I don't know why. Maybe she felt threatened by my friendship with Dieter back before he ate the bullet. Or maybe she was just jealous of my rugged good looks. Who the hell knows? I know. Everybody's jealous of my rugged good looks. Yeah, right. I keep telling myself that, but it's not true. People look at me with disgust. I walk down the street and people give me, like, the weirdest looks. They're like, ew, you ugly motherfucker. I'm just like, yeah, well, up yours, bitch. Yeah, sorry, rambling. Let's go. The point is, she went after me vigorously. Within 24 hours of Dieter's death, I had a price on my head, and then the hotel got taken over. So that's what you need to know about the Schwarzhurriers. They were a great gang, a powerful gang. I helped make them that way. Then they had a management turnover, and everything went to hell. Bliss rocks back on his feet, his hands in his pocket. That's it. End of story. Anything else you want to talk about? Okay, so I'm obviously going to do the one for intelligence, because that's intelligence, right? So, okay, so what are my options here? Nothing else. I'm satisfied. I'll let you get back to whatever it was you were doing. Okay, wait a second. That isn't it. There are some pretty big holes in that story. Intelligence. Come on, Chief. This is all ancient history. Wouldn't you rather talk about the future, the runs we're going to do, we're going to go on, all the money we're going to make? Blitz, tell me what happened between Luster putting the price on your head and the hotel getting attacked. Alright, Chief, fine. If that's what it'll take to make you happy. So I was in a bind, right? The members of the Schwarzhurriers, who were loyal to Luster, were all out for my blood, and none of the others were going to stick their necks out for me. The advantage of being a gangster is protection in numbers. When those numbers turn against you, you've got to get creative if you want to live. What did you do? It was said if you want to stay alive, but whatever. Same shit. Blitz taps the plastic on his data jack. What I had to do. Luster had declared war on me, so I retaliated and won. All without even firing a shot. That's not an answer. Blitz sighs. You won't be satisfied until I spell it out, will you? Okay, fine. I hacked into Luster's computer and sent all of her information to rival organizations. Remember Frank from the hotel? He was my liaison. They hit the Schwarzhurriers and they hit him hard. Then they took over the hotel. And then they took me. I'll admit the plan backfired a little. Served you right for ratting out your own gang. You're a traitor, Blitz. That is what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking, but I don't know if that's how I want to answer that question, because he might get pissed off. So, you did what you had to do. In your place, I'd probably have done the same thing. I would never do the same thing, but... Okay. I don't want to... I'm going to piss him off. I'm like, you're a rat, bitch. Whoa, back down, Chief. Remember, they betrayed me first. I did the only thing I could do to keep myself alive. Yeah, just keep telling yourself that. Doesn't matter what they did. What you did was still wrong. I don't like what you did, but I guess I can understand why you did it. I'll say that because I don't want to drag this conversation out forever. Lets out a sigh of relief. Thanks, Chief. I knew you'd understand. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to what I was doing. He gives you a lazy salute. We'll talk later, I'm sure. And Chief, I'm glad to be a member of the team. Okay. Cool. It was nice talking to you, you rat bastard. Move the screen! Come on! Move the fucking screen! God damn. That was probably a whole shit ton of other people to talk to. And I'm probably almost out of time. So, well, I have 6 minutes. Let's talk to my poop. My little puppy pup. You look down and to see a pair of bright eyes set into a scruffy face looking back up at you. Dante, Monica's old dog. Looking down into those huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. On some instinctive level, he must know that his master is gone. Dante lets out a small whine, then rubs his head against your leg. Pet him. Pet him, yeah. Woof! Good dog. Okay, so there's still a whole bunch of people to talk to. I can still talk to Iger and there's everybody to talk to still. I can talk to Dietrich. Man. I could continue, but I want to talk to all of them and see. I want to get all the information I can, you know. I want to talk to everybody and find out everything. I'm a nosy son of a bitch like that. Okay, let's talk to Dietrich. Hey, boss. Dietrich gives you a slight nod. What can I do for you? How are you holding up? You seem to take Monica's death harder than the others did. Any thoughts about the last run that you'd like to share? You seem to take it harder. Dietrich shakes his head in a wishful expression on his face. No harder, but I'm less buttoned up than the others are. Iger will never let herself show any weakness, and Glory, well, she's too full of chrome to feel much of anything. He shrugs. Me, I don't give a damn. I've spent too much of my life putting on a show for the others already. What do you mean by that? I used to front a punk band way back when. Believe it or not, I've spent a pretty good chunk of my life on stage. Whenever we weren't playing, I was living up to our fans' expectations, spouting off, getting into fights, getting drunk, getting laid. Not a bad life, all things considered. Wait a second, you can sing? What was your band called? Maybe I've heard of it. How did you go from fronting a band to running the Shadows? Any thoughts on the... Okay, well, I think I may have heard of it in the last one. Oh, I doubt it. We never really got any airplay. Spit it out, old man. Come on, Dietrich, tell me. Since when did airplay have anything to do with good music? True enough. Fair point, boss. Alright, I'll tell you. The band was called Messerkampf. I know what Kampf means. You know, Hitler wrote Mein Kampf. I don't think that's a good thing. Spelled just like it sounds in big capital letters with an exclamation point. We weren't a big act or anything. We sold a few records here and there, toured around Europe, same story. You'll hear from a bunch of other washed up old relics, I'm sure. We had a decent following in England, and we holed up in London from 31 to 36, spent most of our time slumming it around the East End and picked up enough Cockney to irritate the folks back home. He shakes his head. Truth be told, Truth be told, that whole chapter of my life is a bit of a blur. We didn't do it for the fans or the fame, and we sure as shit didn't care about money. All that mattered to us was staying young and drunk and angry. He takes a moment to examine his gnarled hands a sad smile on his face. We managed the second two, good God, where has the time gone? Dietrich shakes himself from his reverie and looks back up at you. The familiar, easy grin returns to his face. Anyways, boss, everything ends eventually, and I washed my hands of all this years ago, so let's change the subject if you don't mind. There's still a lot for me to talk about with this guy. So I'll finish up talking with him, and then I'm going to end it for now, and I'll be back later on tonight to get drunk and play some more and talk to the rest of them in here. He regards you with a critical eye. I was the front man for a punk band, boss. Fuck no, I can't sing. Yes, that was awesome. He grins, but I wasn't half bad at riling up the crowd. How'd you go from that to running in the shadows? It wasn't a big leap. It wasn't as big a leap as you think. I already had a healthy disrespect for the authority, and I had the magic to back it up. One nice thing about shamanism, as long as you keep your idol happy, it doesn't matter what else you do. The Dragon Slayer chose me to be his servant, and as long as I was scrapping with someone bigger than me, he didn't much care whether I did it on stage or in the shadows. Tell me about the Dragon Slayer. Any thoughts about... Tell me about the Dragon Slayer. He shrugs. Not much to tell. He chose me when I was just a kid. I could always feel him in my heart, goading me to laugh louder, hit harder, and get rowdier than the rest. Of course, my family didn't understand, but the hell with them. I knew that I was destined for greater things. So I listened to him, and I cracked the skulls of a lot of bad people. He saw this, and he was pleased, and rewarded me with magic, and I used that magic to crack bigger, thicker skulls, and so on. He shrugs. It's a simple life, but a good one. Okay. Any thoughts about the last run? Well, we found Winters. That's something, I guess. This whole thing has me feeling uneasy, boss. But at least we have a direction to look in. So long, Dietrich. Nods at you. Take it easy, boss. Okay, so that's it for now. I'll talk to the rest of them later on tonight, and then I'll progress the story. I really want to talk to Glory again and see if I can figure out more about her through her aura or whatever that I did with my shamanism, because I'm awesome. Because she's like linked to a chain or something, like in her aura or her spirit or some crap, I don't know. Probably that fallen dragon taking her in control or controlling her. She probably got injured by that dragon when she was young and she doesn't remember any of it. That's at least the direction I'm thinking for her. So apparently that dragon destroyed everything, and Amzel said that she was too young to remember it, but maybe she was too young to remember it, but maybe that is what happened. Maybe the dragon fucked her up and cost her arms and legs or some shit. Anyways, that's it for now, so stay tuned and I'll see you soon. Peace!